Hey everyone. What we're going to do today is something that's really easy. It's going to be a compact swim jig. In the vise, we have a 3/8 ounce poison tail jig with a 3/0 Mustad 32-886 hook. The color is green gizzard shad, which is real easy too. I don't know how well you can see this color, but basically what it is I did silver and transparent watermelon. Just a little bit over the top there, and the whole jig was painted silver with that transparent watermelon over the top of the silver on the back of the jig to give us this color. Um, Real easy deal. There's not much involved with this, but we're going to get started with some 210 denier flat wax nylon thread in olive. I think the olive's a better choice for this. You could use black. So we're going to get our base started here. Just a couple of wraps. And before I go any further, I don't know if anybody's watched any of the live stream Jig Squad show that's put on by Kuda and Epic Eric. It's a really neat thing. I found out about it by accident, and it's a good way to interact with guys that are doing this, that have businesses and things of that nature, that do this, that make jigs. And it's a really neat format because it has a live chat and you can interact. Good place to ask questions, learn something, get a little bit of entertainment too from it. Anyway, March 31st, they asked me if I would go on there, and of course I accepted. I mean, who am I? And for somebody to ask me to do something like that, it's kind of a big deal for me. But anyway, that's what's going to happen. March 31st, I'm going to be on Jig Squad, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock where I live. So far I watched them all now. I went back and was watching other ones because they are on YouTube. So if you get a chance, go look. If you like the format, tune in. I guess they're going to do it next Thursday, next Thursday, which is the 31st, and then it's going to be like every other Thursday. He'll let you know. He's working on a way to be able to notify people that did the show is available, because right now they do it on Instagram. But give it a check out if you get chance. Watch it and see what you think of it. Now, I apologize for that. We're going to get back to this, our compact swim jig. So once we get our base put on here, I'm going to take 4 strands of pearl polar flash. Just 4 strands, and I'm going to tie that in first. And they're going to be long, so don't worry about it right off the bat. What I do is just a couple, and then I fold it over. And just guesstimate. They're gonna be long, but just knock some of the length down. You have that. They're going to flip it over and do the same thing. We're going to put some polar flash in, 4 strands, but this is going to be green pearl polar flash. Green pearl. If I can get it away from the hook point. And you just want it spread out, that it doesn't have to be perfect, because we just want it in there for a little bit of flash. This is the hardest part of this whole thing. This is a real easy pattern. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold it over, and just trim off the real long stuff. Now, our flash material is in there. You see I'm not folding it over and tying it again because I want that to be long because I want it to come out through the whole skirt. First color, this is metallic gray pearl. It's gray with this sheen to it, and it matches this really well. And this is the hard part because you don't want to trap your flash down. And now I'm going to distribute this because I want the top color to go over top. So I want this a little bit better than halfway. But you want it to be somewhat even so your pattern isn't lopsided. And this is what's nice about the rotary vise is that you could do this and check it out, where when I started years and years ago, I used to have that 2A vise and I'd always have to pull it out and look at it, and I got used to that. And then once I got the rotary, it was like, why didn't I do this years ago? So I'm just tightening it up to secure this so that the material don't move when I tie on my next color, which is going to be backbone green. This is a smoke color with just a little green tint to it. It's an awesome color for bait fish patterns. And I want to make sure I don't trap any of my flash down. And again, that's the hardest part of this. See, I did that. I already trapped some flash down. You gotta make sure the front is the front and the back is the back. And remember, this is a compact deal. Even though it's a 3/0 hook, it's a 30-degree hook with this jig here. Normally, like on a 3/8 down swim jig, you'd be looking at a 4/0 hook. But this with the 3/0 and the 30-degree, it makes it that it's a little bit shorter, more compact than what you would have normally. Even on my northern style swim jigs, this is a compact deal. Now I'm going to pull this tight now once I get my material where I want it, which that looks pretty good right where I have it. And get some more wraps tied down towards the back to get that flare. Poison tail is one of those ones where you got to watch how close you get to that ring, because it does produce, like if you tie hair, you tie a bucktail jig on this, boy, you get some flare. So I usually end up cutting some of that away when I pour them. So that looks pretty decent. Now all I'm going to do now is just put this here and take one of these little tiny plastic hair clips you can get at Amazon or even in the dollar store. I've seen them. And just get that out of the way to whip finish it. 2, 6. One strand of skirt material stuck in there. I should do it by hand, but I can't feel the thread too well with my fingers, so the tool's easier for me. That's good. Make sure we're cinched down. And take a little bit of Loon water-based. Sally Hansen's if you got it, whatever you want to use. Got that. Now what we're going to do is trim. Take the ends off. Same thing here. Make sure you get your flash in there. And if you want to leave the flash a little long, that's perfectly fine. Now, we're going to get our skirts squared away. And all I'm doing is just evening it up a little bit. Not much, just a little. Some of that unevenness works like a taper, so I think it looks more natural. Now we're going to put some super glue gel in here and add our weed guard. And then we're going to add a trailer. This is actually a Strike King color. That's what we have so far. This is our green Gizzard Shad goes. Now we're going to add the green Gizzard Shad Rage Swimmer. These are deadly little swim jigs too. When you make them like this, they have all the bite and nature of the a larger one, but in a more compact shape. Looks pretty good. And there it is. The old green Gizzard Shad compact swim jig. Is that a deadly little thing or what? It's hard to, the way a swim jig's oriented. That's the best way. But there you have it. I think it's a pretty decent match. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, tune in to see Jig Squad Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks for watching.